The digital age is not coming, it's here. Email, websites, and social media are the new normal. There's no getting around it. The internet is here to stay, unless there's an EMP or something. Whether you think this is a good thing or a bad thing is irrelevant. You are alive right now, in this era, at this point in history, and this is the situation. Being mad or angry about it is a waste of energy. When it comes to social media, you have 3 options. 1, avoid it altogether. 2, consume it passively. Or 3, embrace it fully. If number 1 is currently your choice, no disrespect, more power to you. If, however, you're currently choosing number 2, I suggest you at least consider upgrading to option 3. It could even lead to less time on your phone and computer. I know there are troubling aspects to our world, but we're also in the midst of a modern-day renaissance, and most people haven't gotten the memo yet. So consider this your invitation to the party. Most people have a love-hate relationship with social media and the internet in general. They criticize various platforms and their users, yet they spend hours of their lives every day on these same platforms. It's ironic, don't you think? Some people boycott these platforms altogether because of the terms of service or because of the recent assault on free speech. I totally get it. I see where you're coming from. YouTube, for instance, has taken down several Joy Camp videos. Worse, they've deleted many of my friends. Freedom fighters whose only crime was sharing information and challenging official narratives. But is opting out completely the solution? If so, who benefits? These platforms are going to keep going with or without your participation. If that's your decision, so be it. I'm not here to tell you what you should or shouldn't do, as long as you know what you're saying no to. These platforms, warts and all, might be worth your while. Here's why. Number 1, youth movement. The censorship campaign that took place a few years ago was disheartening. But there are still plenty of people on mainstream platforms asking questions, challenging authority, and speaking the truth. Who am I referring to? 20-somethings. Gen Z. You know, the generation everybody's worried about. A huge faction of them get what's going on. They're not buying into the propaganda. They're not paying attention to Hollywood or the news. They're not going to college. They recognize and understand how ridiculous and tyrannical the government can be. And the best part? They're enthusiastic and optimistic about their lives and the future. It is awesome and refreshing and a great change of pace from the typical angry doom and gloom I experience on Facebook every day, courtesy of people around my age and older. Here are just a few things trending with the kids today. Health and exercise, clean food, sobriety, self-education, homeschooling, entrepreneurship, productivity, books, writing. Are there exceptions? Of course, yes, there's always going to be those people who love their chains, but a resistance is forming. There's a strong movement toward personal freedom, decentralization, community, and outsmarting the system. I'm settling into a leadership role, a sort of father figure type, an elder millennial, which is strange, but I'll take it. Number 2, service to others. Embracing social media can improve your life and the lives of others. The key is shifting from consumer to creator, from taking to giving. Generations Y and Z understand this. We are tapping into what's possible through social media, the potential to help ourselves while helping others, while doing stuff that's creative and fun. I can already sense some people having resistance to what I'm saying, but I'm telling you, it is a new frontier. A popular term you'll see online these days is solopreneur, which basically just means a one-person business. Your social media accounts represent your brand. Your brand is your business. You are the brand. Your brand produces content that helps people and solves problems. Commit to this approach and watch your life transform. Keyword, commit. I know for a fact that many of you who hate YouTube are still using it. The same goes for Facebook, Instagram, X, or whatever. So, if you're not online to move the needle in your life, what are you doing? I think the term pay attention is very apt. You pay with your life where you spend your attention. Content creators, personal brands, and solopreneurs understand that in the 21st century, holding attention is paramount. As modern-day Titan entrepreneur Alex Hormozi once tweeted, "Attention is the new oil." We all know that attention spans are at an all-time low. Creating captivating content consistently is how you win the game. Chasing views and clicks is unsustainable and self-serving. Providing value is the key to success. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Success is the ability to solve problems successfully. The more problems you solve, the more successful you will become in life, business, whatever. It's as simple as that. With clarity, focus, and persistence, you can carve out a corner of the internet that's all yours. You can talk about what you want to talk about, you can connect with who you want to connect with, and you can produce content that improves people's lives. Anyone can do it, and participation is free. If you are firmly against the more mainstream platforms like YouTube or Instagram or whatever, there are plenty of censorship-free alternatives. The only trade-off is potential reach. But you don't need millions of views or millions of followers to become a successful solopreneur. Number 3, self-reliance. And you know I am all about this one. Living life on your terms has never been more possible. The tools to achieve whatever you want have never been more available. An audience in need of your services and your expertise is doom scrolling on their phones right now, and they need your help. The world is at your fingertips. Literally. It's an exciting time to be alive, and I don't care what anyone says. Service to others is the most ethical way to make money, always has been, always will be. Provide value, receive value. Solve problems, success is yours. Once you've solved a problem for yourself, you are now qualified to help someone else solve that same problem in less time with fewer scars. That's it. That's the formula. Create content with that in mind. Because the truth is, no one cares how talented you are, or what skills you have, or what you've accomplished. They only care about what you can do for them. Apply your talents, skills, and experience toward giving people what they need. No degree required, no certification, no stamp of approval, just you and your experience. Your authenticity and commitment to self-development are your ticket to greatness. Social media is an incredible lever, available to anyone. Number 4, free market. I spoke, performed, or emceed at the Anarchapulco conference in Mexico 5 times, and it was there that I first heard the term free market capitalism. And I have come to discover that social media is the closest thing we have to a free market. Oh, and if the angry anarchist could only see it. It's peer-to-peer, value for value. You can go online right now and sell a product. No bells, no whistles, no gatekeepers. And your audience will determine its value. If your content sucks, no one will see it. If your product sucks, no one will buy it. To sell something, you need something to sell. And people need to be aware of your product or service. Before social media, you had to pay to play. Commercials, billboards, paid ads, etc. After social media, you only need you. You are the brand, you are the business, you are the commodity. Getting started. When you consider a shift from consumer to creator, your mind will feed you 1,000 reasons why not. But don't worry, this is just your survival mechanism kicking in. We are naturally averse to things outside our comfort zones, even when we're miserable. You will experience thoughts like, no one is going to take me seriously. No one will care. Why would anyone want to listen to me? What will my family think? It's already been done. Other people are doing it better. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm too ugly. I'm bad on camera. I'm not a good writer. I don't like the sound of my own voice. I'm a Luddite. I won't know what to say. I don't have the time. I can't blank. I won't blank. I don't know how to blank, etc., etc., etc. Remember, experience is the best teacher. Skill to do comes of doing. You don't have to be an expert or a master before you're qualified to help someone. You just have to be a few steps ahead. And since you're devoted to improving yourself, you'll always be a few steps ahead of someone. Community. In this polarizing era that we're living in, creating content online is the best and most efficient way to meet people like you. Some of my best friends in real life started off as fans of my work. My comedy videos resonated with them, and naturally we hit it off because we have similar senses of humor. And for me, funniness is my #1 prerequisite for friendship. Not only that, but the people you attract with your content, products, and services find camaraderie with each other. I know for a fact that bonds were formed during my communication workshops that have blossomed into relationships offline. Self-Reliant Way graduates still meet up on Zoom every week without me to keep up with each other and check in, even though they're on the other side of the program. Through the power of social media, you can ensure that you are always in the driver's seat of your own life, in spite of the madness and craziness of the times. Because I've embraced social media, I am able to connect with some of the most interesting people in the world. And I have the privilege of working with individuals who are determined to live purposeful and successful lives. If you want to embark on this journey, if you want to just toe the water, remember my keyword from before: commit. The catch with social media is you have to keep producing to see results. If you're a perfectionist, for instance, you must humble yourself and allow for imperfection. It's quantity over quality. In the beginning, anyway. But as you persist, as you find your rhythm, as you find your groove, the quality will naturally improve. Embracing social media is one of the many things I help people with in my program, The Self-Reliant Way. Speaking of, enrollment is now open for the Self-Reliant Way Sprint. Starting April 2nd, I'm doing a 4-week cohort version of my program, The Self-Reliant Way. If you lack purpose and you want to find your true calling, if you're feeling financially stressed and you want to move into a place of financial stability and growth, if you don't like your job and you want to be doing something more meaningful, if you struggle with addiction and you want to master self-control, if you want to shift from feeling powerless and angry towards the problems and agendas in the world and into empowered action and contribution, the Self-Reliant Way Sprint is for you. All the need-to-know information is in the link below. Spots are limited, so sign up now. If you have questions, let me know, but hopefully I'll see you in the program. Thank you for watching. Thank you for letting me hold your attention for this long. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Much love.